chairman of the various sections of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian University, head of federal, state, and private universities. The royal father of the day, he was ahead of me as I was coming in. I was wondering who he was until he was introduced to me, former VC of the University of Illinois, Professor of Dramatic Arts, Professor Amali. You're welcome, sir. The Secretary General of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, my dear Vice Chancellor, other distinguished invited guests, it is my honor and privilege to be in your midst this evening to send forth our friend and outgoing Secretary General, Vice Chancellors of Nigerian University, Professor Yakubu Ochefu. Professor Ochefu was blessed to have late Samuel one of blessed memory to work with, and now the outgoing VC of University of Benin, who has promised to return to University of Benin. So thank you very much, gentlemen. I don't want to stand between you and thank you.
Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and a deep sense of honor that I welcome you all to this significant occasion, the Sendforth ceremony for a remarkable, a wonderful leader and a committed academic and an invaluable colleague, Professor Yakubu Ochefu, who has served as the Secretary General of the Committee of Vice Chancellor of the Nigerian University for the wonderful 5 past years. Today we gather to celebrate not just the end of a tenure, but a legacy of a visionary whose dedication and resilience are strengthening the foundation of our committee and advance the quality and impact of the university education in Nigeria. Professor Sendforth's tenure has been marked by transformative initiative, a strategic vision for sustainable growth, and an unwavering commitment to fostering collaboration among our universities. His contribution has been instrumental in positioning CVCNU as a pivotal force in the shaping of higher education policy and advocating for the well-being of Nigerian universities. As a historian, Professor Ochefu has always approached his role with a deep sense and respect for our shared past and relentless pursuit of a brighter future. He's brought clarity and precision to our operations, leaving behind a well-organized secretariat and a blueprint for future leaders of this committee. Under his leadership, we have witnessed the solidification of partnerships with both national and international organizations, the launch of various impactful programs, and a renewed commitment to academic excellence and university autonomy. On behalf of the Committee of Vice Chancellors and the leaders of academic community, I extend our deepest gratitude to Professor Ochefu for his extraordinary service, dedication, and vision. Your leadership has set in a new standard, and we are grateful for the strides which you have made in strengthening our committee and the Nigerian university system as a whole. To everyone present here, thank you for joining in the honoring of this wonderful, exceptional leader. Let us celebrate Professor Ochefu. Professor Ochefu's legacy and brighter future his work has paved for the Committee of Vice Chancellor of Nigerian University. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and once again, I welcome you to this special occasion, and do please enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the entire family, we want to tell him well done. He has done well. And we have also brought a member of the third generation to also come and put a voice to appreciate him more. One good attribute that he has is that he has confidence in young people. He mentors young people. He allows them opportunity to express themselves. And those are one of the strong points of his style of leadership. He doesn't say, look, a small boy, no, don't talk. No matter how young you are, he gives you an opportunity to speak.
Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be here and to share some words on the impact my father has had on a lot of us in this room, but for me personally as the second son, my older brother is on his way. Ongweniga mentioned how Prof. SG takes mentorship very seriously, believes in young people. So I want to share a very quick story. I don't know if my dad even remembers the story, but when I was when I was going to university, my dad gave me some advice, and he said, "Anyabe," which is my normal name. He said, "Anyabe, the success of your time at university requires you to balance your three B's. The first B is your books. The second B is your booze, and the third B is your bees." And he said, if you balance those three very well, you'll have a great time in university. If you lean towards one or the other, it's not going to be good. And I use that story to highlight the fact that he takes mentorship seriously within his family and outside his family. In fact, over the years, I've been able to meet a few people he's mentored, and I get surprised and humbled as to how seriously he takes supporting young people. As we all know, young people are the future of this country, the future of our education system, the future of everything. And to have someone like him who dedicates time, patience, energy, and even sometimes money to support young people is really, really humbling for me as a son. And it's something I've also been able to continue to do within my own work as well. We are, as a family, incredibly proud of him, and we're looking forward to, seeing the work that continues to do beyond this point. So, thank you very much for being here on behalf of the Chamber family, on behalf of the kids. Thank you for being here. Congratulations, Dad. We're very proud of you. We love you. And we're looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.
I met Professor Ochefu in a formal way 2 years ago when I became the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos. And I think one of the things that came through is his solidity, his reliability, and his humility. But I think it's a lot more than that. Prof is very cerebral. And he has changed the face of the Committee of Vice Chancellors. There had been quite a lot of talk that what are you doing, the CVC, what is it doing? But I have to say that he has elevated the game. One of the things that I see about Prof is he's very collaborative. I think under his watch, he brought stakeholders together to discuss the issues around the university system. And the other thing, he was never afraid to speak truth to power. In a country where we're always compromising, where we're afraid to speak our minds, Prof was a leading light. And so I want today to congratulate him on a very impactful 5 years. I want to say that having you at the helm of affairs made us very confident of the CBC. And I also want to thank you for where you have brought us. And I want to say that as you go forward, I ask that the Lord goes with you. I know that your job is not done. You have planted a lot of seeds in the CBC, the young people that you have elected. And I have to say, Prof, that I wish you the very best. You were not tired, and I'm sure that we will still be asking you for advice. Prof and I had a few conversations in the middle of the night. He will say that too. But the work of the tertiary institutions is still work in progress. There's still so much that we need to do. There are still so many obstacles in our way. And I just want to say thank you for clearing some of them. And Professor Haruna, there are more things to clear. So I welcome you on board as well. So congratulations, Prof. Congratulations.
It's an amiable gentleman. When I was rounding up my tenure as chairman of NAM, I was looking for who should succeed in order. And honestly speaking, I just had my eyes on Ochefu automatically. And he really employed, that was on the 2nd of December 2022 in my university, when we had the election. I had a very good member of the SG who was very loyal to me and wanted to protest. So I told him that I begged him to step down because there was no way he would compete with just, I mean, in a university setting and so on and so on. As the reasons are going to compete against a former vice chancellor, a former deputy vice chancellor, University, the chairman, the secretary general of the committee of vice chancellors, a professor in his own right, and in a university setting, my friend, you better go because there's no way you can check. So, and the rest is not history. I want to say that Mr. Ochefu comes, strikes me as a very amiable and a very focused personality. When I got to know him, Professor Yakubu, something struck a chord with that name. Oh, I remember. So what later I remember the military governor of all Anambra State, Colonel Ochefu. So he never carried that air of being the former first son of Anambra State. As they would say, this case is the first son of Anambra State, all Anambra State. But he still Yakubu Ochefu. A story worth sharing the fact that when I was chairman, we had a spiritual group, who that was divided in an election in Joseph Soran University, that is former Federal University of Agriculture. Now, they took a name and went and registered a private money, which we didn't like. For 2 years, throughout the concluding Edomites, we didn't like it. First, it was set out to protocol as well as a university. State in Yakubu, they tried to bring in these guys. Why should Yakubu bring these guys? So about 2 weeks ago, we had to take a stick meeting on a distinguished personality in this country. Actually, it is true. So people are asked to indicate whether they will attend or not. So I indicated that I was going to attend. There were just 10 minutes to the time for us to converge and take up next. The people say, oh, by the way, these guys are around. I said, oh my God. So these guys, the spiritual guys are going to be around. So we had no choice but to go. I was there, and as I approached the office, I saw one of them, the secretary, we exchanged pleasantries. And then when I entered the cargo office, I was shaking hands with everybody. Then the main culprit got up and just embraced me. Everybody just clap. Pictures were taken and so on. That was it. I learned something from there. So he cut the ice. From then on, no problem anymore. That's how we went to see the education. Prof, I learned something that day. Thank you very much for bringing us with our dissidents once more back to the board again. Very much thanks. very much for your foresight. We want to make a presentation on behalf of the conference and the Association of Dairy University. Please make this support team as make this presentation. The Conference of the Alumni Associations of Nigerian University happily congratulate Professor Yakubu Ochefu for a successful, colorful, and impactful tenure on this as the Secretary General of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. We wish you the best in your continuous service with humanity. Congratulations, sir.
Professor Ochefu is a goal-getter. Professor Ochefu has Midas touch. Professor Ochefu is a record breaker. Professor Ochefu is a top-notch scholar. Typical with every society, for us that are historians, we know that kingdoms will rise and fall. At some point, the historical society of Nigeria had a number of challenges. The rebirth of the society was engineered by Professor Yakubu Ochefu when he became president in 2005. And since then, the society has not looked back. The society has been waxing from strength to strength. And that is why we are not surprised that as Executive Secretary of the Committee of Vice Chancellor, Professor Yakubu Ochefu is going to lead setting new standards and records. And I know that the shoes that he's leaving will be very, very big to wear. I am saying that the new Executive Secretary should do everything humanly possible to surpass the records of Professor Yakubu Ochefu. Here is one person that when you send him an email 2 a.m., he will respond. You call him 5 a.m., he will respond. And the way he carries on with his assignments, sometimes I wonder, because when you look at his size and his height, you would think that he's somebody that should get tired very quickly. But Professor Ochefu hardly gets tired. He's always on the move, wishing to deliver on set goals and aspirations. So we are here to felicitate with you, to congratulate you. The Historical Society of Nigeria is very proud of you. And we know that the reward for hard work is more work. So the president has asked me to inform you that there is more work waiting for you when you exit this office. On behalf of the Historical Society, we would like to say thank you and once again, congratulations.
The Federal University of Transportation, Daura, is embarking on a very important research, the Trans-Sahara route and trade, historical in nature. In fact, it's something that is prehistoric. When you read about the Trans-Sahara trade and route in those days, even now from the modern Morocco to the Lake Chad, or from the modern Tunisia to the bend of Niger, you know that yes, this is a very old trade which caravan, even in our own time or by own time, I knew when caravan was camels trade from Morocco or from present Libya to Kano, or from what we call the Benghazi attack you are hearing about to Kano. So I am inviting, I want to use this opportunity to invite and plead with Professor Ochefu to please not to be tired, to come and take up this research, coordinating, sharing it, to bring it to the limelight for our young ones to know, yes, that this trans-Saharan trade and route existed very long time, and it is important. And this is the reason why you will see that in the logo of the Federal University of Transportation, beside the aircraft, the ship, the car, the train, you will also see a camel in the center, because we know that this trade also existed and it is very important. And I hope Professor Ochefu will not turn down this offer. Thank you very much.
The brilliant historian. Respect everybody. Is a dedicated scholar and if I know what you have done, I know what you have done every moment of my life. And friend, everyone of the people, including those that are not here, we have met a lot. And all my faith on that will protect you, will guide you, and will provide for you believe God for your life and your family. As you need to finish the honor of Ubeda. The absolute Ubeda.
This morning before we came for this program, I was at another program, and I was telling the audience that the Nigerian university system is probably not ready to receive the next generation of students who are the generation alpha. We're already having serious problems managing the Gen Zs. But if you thought that the Gen Zs were a problem, then interrogate the Gen Alpha. These are the iPhone generation. When they came out of their mother's womb, they had an iPhone in their house. So they have been connected socially from day one. They are artificial intelligence ready generation. They are a data-driven generation. They are a celebrity-driven generation. And they are going to start entering our universities from 2025. And we are basically not there at all in terms of the type of environment which will harness the talent that is possible in this generation. It has been predicted that that will be the first generation that will land a human being on planet Mars. To tell you the depth of the talent pool that is within this generation. So I think as university leaders, we must double our act and see what we need to do to harness the talent pool that is going to hit us from the next from 2025 as well and going forward for another 5 years. For example, the Nigerian university system has not sat down as a body to discuss how we are going to adopt and implement artificial intelligence in our academic programs. We need to have that conversation to to say, so it's not a question of each university doing it alone. We need to come together as a body, as scholars, as academics, to say, how do we interrogate artificial intelligence and use it to drive our teaching, our learning, our research, and our operations? How do we make contributions to using, rather than using large language models, how do we use small language models, to sort of domesticate the whole artificial intelligence revolution? So for me, that would be the next big thing that our university leaders will need to confront this year, next year, and for another 1 or 2 years. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Professor. You always bring fresh perspective. And like we know generations are changing. My generation was different from yours, and it's important that we change with the times as well. So back to Professor CVNA Ogogo. So you talked about financial constraints in the university system, and I'm sure every vice chancellor here will agree that this is a challenge. However, how can we maintain standards despite the financial constraints? What do we do? What's the way forward, irrespective of this financial constraint?
I would say first, we need to rejig the university tradition because we are fast losing it. Second, rather than say despite it, how do we, in spite of our difficult economic conditions, try to generate funding? I come from a university in Southwest. The mentality, because of the peculiarity of the areas, is that education has to go. And we have pushed that since the late 80s through the banner of ASU up to the present. But that position we must take. We send our children to very good secondary schools, and they are charging us 1.2 point something. And then they come into the university. It happens to me. I then realize that I have so much money. Because at the secondary school level, you are paying 2 point something. And then they come into University of Ibadan and I'm paying 20,000 naira. So you can see that there's a challenge in that. We can no longer talk about government alone. Other critical stakeholders must come into the scene to fund education. However, the Ochefu generation, the older generation should know that more and more the younger generation are not quite hands-on in terms of what we call the university tradition. It is very important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So this is my last question for Professor Tijani. So what would be your final words to every vice chancellor here, everyone in the educational system? What's on your heart? What do you want them to know?
Thank you very much. This question I like it very much. Because I was alumni president of Ahmadu University, and then I became the national chairman of the conference of the Alumni Association of Tenure University, a position currently occupied by my brother, Prof. Ochefu. One critical thing that is lacking is the commitment and the passion by the alumni members of the university in giving back to the university. And I saw it in the universities, especially my university, Ahmadu University. My brother talked about the Southwest. Yes, we envy the Southwest. In the North, it's a little bit different. People tend to look at it differently. We try to move it so that people can now contribute and pay back as it were. It was difficult to get people to pay back to the universities. I created the APU Pharmacy Alumni Association even before becoming the president. Now we're able to do so many things by reaching out to alumni members and so on. By doing that, we had a platform whereby we even built a 250 250-seater capacity lecture theater, which he named after our former teacher, Professor Gabriel Osudi. Without that platform, we wouldn't have been able to do that. So I advocate the vice chancellors should not look at the University Alumni Association as competitors. That is the problem. We had that problem. I'm sure Professor Ochefu will agree with me. Some, not all, of the university vice chancellors do not quite see eye to eye with the alumni presidents, and that shouldn't be the case. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So just a summary from all our speakers. So Professor Ochefu has talked about being prepared to welcome the generation out to the universities and the importance of even adopting artificial intelligence. From Professor Tijani, we've seen that vice chancellors should the vice chancellors, the management shouldn't see the alumni as a threat, but as contributors. And from Professor CBNA Ogogo, he has also talked about how, in spite of the hardship, find ways we will fund, get relevant stakeholders who can fund education. So thank you so much. It was great having this fireside. So one last thing. Professor Tijani and Professor Bobo, I want you to tell one thing each that you like about Professor Ochefu.
Humility, hard work, compassion.
Humility, hard work, and compassion. Professor Bobo.
Worked with him closely since 2004. It's an institution.
Oh my God, an institution builder. I'm standing before an institution builder. What an honor. Thank you so much, sir.
Please a round of applause again for this amazing individuals here this evening. Thank you very much, Professor Tijani. Thank you very much, Professor CBN Ogogo, for that wonderful session. Thank you very much, Ado, for moderating that session. Please a round of applause again for them. A round of applause, please. Thank you very much.
Was a chef who was going to write grave, he said, go to MS. And they lost that. But this book is essentially the contribution of Professor Ochefu, 5 years tenure, the General Committee of Vice Chancellors for Nigeria. His ideas, his work, and the rest of them put together to guide not only those working at CVCNU, but also Vice Chancellors of Nigeria University. It's a lot of ideas put together by the Secretariat. It's going to be launched today.
Please, I would also like to call on Professor Angela Miri. Please join us upstage. Thank you, Ma. Please join us upstage. Thank you.
We are ready to unveil the book in the name of Atlas Wado Watahara. I hope that this book are going to unveil is beneficial not to Committee of Vice Chancellors on Nigeria and Secretariat alone, for all Nigerian universities beyond. Thank you very much. That's the book I'm holding now. Your veil. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for that session.
My Vice Chancellor is here, Professor Jojo Europo. I felt that he just give us a word for the Department of History can say something. All right. Yes. Professor Yakubu Ochefu was the pioneer head of the Department of History. At some point, he rose to become the Dean of Students of the University, and later the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Benue State University. Before later became the Vice Chancellor of Orafa University. For us as a department and the university, we don't have much to say, but our feeling is that he is our #1 staff in the department and is coming back to us. And so for now, we will have him before maybe Sunday, we will still have to export him back to the wider Nigerian society. So we thank God for him. He has been so kind to the university and the department. And I must confess that as a department, we feel very honored to hear that he's doing well out there. So for us, it is homecoming and it is to have our mentor and father back to the department. But before he goes on to come back to the university, we want to show to you that we love him and I would like to offer this little token as a mark of honor and to celebrate him formally before the wider Nigerian society. So, Prof, it is something that we want to do. So, this is the cloth.
Ochefu is an ambassador, and we are proud that he has actually demonstrated that ambassadorial capacity. And many, things are already said about him. The faculty is proud that he has done us proud, and we are happy that as he returns, I already announced to the faculty that in the next few days, in any of our faculty meetings, we will be there. So, we want to thank God for that meeting, to thank all the supporters, to thank even your office for all that they have given you. We want to thank even the universities for their cooperation to enable you to perform. Congratulations. God bless you. Bless you. Your family in Jesus' name.
My name is Professor Yakubu. In 1992, University was created. The first student, Professor Yakubu, Ochefu taught. Professor Ochefu has created professors, and not to miss on what I want to say, I wrote 1 or 2 minute paragraph we want to bring out. Professor Yakubu Ochefu is a homo economicus and a homo digitalis. Distinguished Nigerian and tremendous legacy in the field of economic history, the profession of history, higher education, higher education management with equally profound legacies in human development and key national institutions concerned with expanding human capability. And me personally was an alumni of that department, and thousands of others. Professor Yakubu Ochefu has been the best mentor in the whole world. Prof, I'm grateful for your mentorship, and we can't say thank you enough. Thank you for all that you have done for us, students of the Department of History, and to your association, SG-CVCNU, and other institutions that you have administered and expanded greater. Thank you very much.
There is no way I can follow. There is no way I can follow my students and colleagues to the front of this August gathering without saying a word. I want to recognize the Vice Chancellor of Tenure State University, a very close friend, and others there, Agaba, Okasi, and one. I was a second generation staff at the Benue State University, and Professor Ochefu was the HOD of that department. When I came, he just simply told me, we are going to give you employment. And within 2 weeks, I was shortlisted, I came for the interview. Ochefu has a knack for recognizing talent, and he gives you the opportunity to express yourself. I want to use this opportunity to recognize you, acknowledge what you have been doing for younger academics. On this row of persons that you are seeing, he has grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-great-grandchildren. He mentored me. I taught one and Ochefu, and then of course Ukasa. All of these are professors. Agaba joined us as a 10th generation academic at the Benue State University. But eventually I went for Federal University last year, even though I still have a mutual relationship with that department. Ochefu created that department. He said everybody within the next 5 to 10 years should have a PhD. That revolution he started blossomed into a very, very serious movement for change. Not only was the department recognized as a center of excellence, but more importantly, all of us were just on a postgraduate program that began to churn out scholars for other universities in North Central. There is no North Central university you go to today that you won't have a product of the Department of History, Benue State University. It was a simple act of action that Ochefu took that transformed Benue State University. I needed to say this here. Like CBN Ogogo summarized, Professor Yakubu Ochefu is indeed an institution builder that we are all proud of. Thank you very much.
I bow and tremble before my HOD. I bow and tremble before my team. And I bow and shimmer before my chancellor. I will see you guys on next week. Thank you for the kind words.
Waterford is always very sweet. So if I'm the last person to talk about Google messages, I want to say that it's a special privilege because I represent the bridge between the old and the new. When Professor Ochefu was SG-CVCNU, I was also the Vice Chancellor then of Ambrose Saleh University. And I knew how the secretariat was then. When I came back, precisely yesterday for the first time to attend the CVNU meeting, I saw a lot of differences. So I can speak of the past and the present. I want to say that Professor Ochefu, when I had all the crises in Ambosali University, he was there. For those of you who know Ambosali University, you know that that university was bedeviled with a lot of crisis for so many years, to the extent that it was difficult to pass through Ekoma Road. You are either coming from Edo, Benin, to Auchi. But by God's special grace, when I came in, all those things came to an end. For 5 years, in the campus of Ambrose Ali University, there was no gunshot. In the examination hall, there was no gunshot. So, and when eventually I was about thinking I was succeeding, I came into a problem of having a pro-chancellor and chairman of council who wanted to stifle all the achievements I made. I have to run back to Abuja, and I saw Prof. Ochefu, and he told me some pro-chancellors are like that, as we just endure, and trying to see how I can manage to complete my tenure, and complete my tenure by God's grace. Today, I'm even a pro-chancellor, so I know that I cannot give that kind of trouble to any vice-chancellor in Nigeria. So I'm here to support Prof. Ochefu for his good work, for the advice he gave to me when I was in a very critical situation. He's a man you can rely on. He's a man you can call at any point in time. And I believe that if I don't speak about this here in this gathering, I'll be doing him a very disservice. So, Prof. Ochefu, congratulations for completing your 5-year tenure. And as we said in one of the meetings recently, I'm asking you that don't be tired, don't be surprised that one of the groups will call you back. I'll stop there. Congratulations.
The Chair, Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, our Chief Celebrant, very eminent academics, and very distinguished invited guests present. The family, we always try to remember that have donated him to us for the last 5 years. And as he crosses the length and breadth of this country addressing issues about the university system, I'm sure they will be delighted that they will probably see a little bit more of him as he readjusts to a more organized program. As a senior academic, I hear what senior academics do on campuses. They take very few courses. So Madam is not coming to, it is not because of work. Because the BC will not trouble him too much. But I want to first thank the Committee of Vice Chancellors for the honor done to my brother, to our state, in appointing him as your Secretary General. Incidentally, I was in office in the Ministry of Education when you bestowed that on. So we're able to share the joy of the moment. And as time flies, 5 years have just come and gone. But I'm sure he's left intelligence in the sands of time. We saw the reforms introduced, the diligence and the competence he brought to his work. And I'll be doing a disservice to my own organization if I don't put on record the invaluable work he has done as chair of one of our very strategic committees in an area that we believe is the future of education, and is leveraging on technology. I hope you will still find time to continue to render that support, because we still need you to lead that effort. I want to see this opportunity to thank all our vice chancellors for the sacrifice each and one of you is making. Given my duty in the education sector, I know how difficult it is. And I don't envy environment. I don't know whether it's getting tougher or whether it is stabilizing. We are looking forward to having governing councils come on board so that they can reduce the amount of work and interference, if you like, that the regular administration was having. But some of the feedback we are getting are not very encouraging about conflicts between chairs of governing councils wanting to be executive chairs and getting involved in day-to-day running, as well as the management of the institution. But we hope that all that will be clear out by that people redefine their role. So I want to thank you sincerely for your service. I know you are not tired, let alone, retired. So you will continue to serve this country and continue to lend us your talents and your hard work. We wish you many more years of that service in good health and to the glory of our country. And I'm sure you will continue to be a good ambassador of our state. God bless you and thank you very much.
For a diligent servant who has served diligently and committed to his job. In the name of the Lord, we talk this case. Amen.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for all the wonderful people who just joined the secretary, the outgoing secretary general.
Good evening, everyone. I want to recognize the chairman of the occasion, as well as the chairman of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian University, and every other guest that has made it to this very auspicious occasion to celebrate our father, our mentor, and our model when it comes to professionalism. I have the singular honor to highlight 3 key things I've learned from Prof. The first is have a grand vision of yourself and your community. It could be your class, it could be your professional body, it could be your place of work. Build a grand plan that intersects your personal goal and that of the organization. What that helps you do is that you are able to tolerate differences more easily. You are able to manage opposition more differently in a way that is productive. Number 2, simplicity. I am a great grand mentee of Professor Ochefu. I have a list of mentees that Prof have mentored. And when you come to him with an idea, he doesn't shut you down. He listens to you and gives you input that makes it better. I know that for me, that is an advantage, it's a privilege, because so many persons have had the opportunity with sound ideas but don't have the platform, to express that. Prof is one person that will give you an opportunity, he will give you a voice. And number 3, which is the most important aspect of Prof that I want to emphasize today, is challenges are actually opportunities. And I'm speaking to this specifically on the ground of Eagle Scan plagiarism detection software. We have every reason not to launch that project. But Prof doesn't see things from the point of lamentation or complaints. He sees things as an opportunity to impact society. And we launched the project in 2021. And today I'm very proud to be a part of that project because we have contributed to the question of originality as far as Nigerian research is concerned. And that is the core point that he tries to imbibe on those of us who come under his tutelage.
Problems are an opportunity for solution and contributing to society positively. Thank you very much.
Please, a round of applause again. Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence Edidio. I had the privilege to start working with him the beginning of this year, and it's been nothing short of enlightening. So I have a few words here that I scribbled down. I call him the unassuming, erudite professor. How he manages to be comic and serious at the same time still beats me. And one thing I enjoy most working under him is his accessibility. You can always reach him at any point in time. Whether it's for a review or whatever it is he has sent you to do, he's always on standby to respond to you. And that's one very striking thing about Professor Ochefu. And you can't afford to be lax around him when it comes to professionalism and work. He has built and keeps building and mentoring the younger generation. Being under his tutelage and mentorship has been nothing short of enlightening. I wish him more power to his elbow as he soars higher into more meaningful ventures. Thank you for being a good boss, sir. God bless you. Our own dear SG, like I popularly call him. I'm fond of calling him SG, my brother. You have served this committee. I am sure that posterity will smile on you, will remember you. Your name has become a household name, and the secretariat will never forget working with you. You are a wonderful, wonderful person. This is just a token. If we could make him grow taller, we will probably have done that. Professor Ogushola, can he still grow taller than this now? Oh, he can. Okay, so we'll do that. But you're a wonderful man. And please know that we love you and we will continue to love you. Please accept this small token from us. Thank you very much.
Chairperson, outgoing chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to say that on behalf of the council, the management and staff and students of Benue State University, we are very excited to be here and we're proud to listen to the kind words and all that you have said about this gentleman of ours. I think in Benue State University now is the only remaining generation that we can categorize at that topmost level. He's the only one that we can categorize at that topmost level. I want to thank you for all that you have said about him and the hard work he has done. We'll be inviting you to Benue State when we give him the heroic welcome. That we must do. We're going to give him a heroic welcome because he deserves it. So for those of you that are able to come, we'll be inviting you. But let me say this before I sit down. Professor Ochefu, I schooled in Jos, and I was in Jos most of the time. But he kept an eye on me as though I was right under his wings. That's how far his eyes can go. And I think Okokwe can testify to this. So for you, sir, the Professor Cares have left, but they have left you with us. Never get tired of mentoring, never get tired of pulling us around you. And for us, coming behind you, you deserve nothing less than respect. You deserve nothing less than service. So that which you enjoy, we will give it to you. And we thank each and every one of you for this support, and we appreciate you all. Thank you very much.
This is Zenith Bank. They're one of our financial partners and the SG-CVCNU.
I can't thank you all for being there for me. And like you said, I'm finishing my term, but I'm not leaving the Nigerian university system just yet. My institutional affiliation is Yobe State University, and I'll go and bow before my vice and say I've received work. I told my secretarial staff that when I finish, I will go to the village. I will change my number. I will tie a long cloth and carry a big stick. When I come out in the morning, I'll be talking village politics. And they said it's not going to happen. That they will make sure they bring me back. I'd like to especially recognize and thank the SG-CVCNU, who has always been there for us, recognizing some of the tremendous work that we are doing and supporting the Nigerian university system. This afternoon, in a letter to him, acknowledging that without the Nigerian universities will not be where they are today. So my brother, Echolo, thank you very much for being there for us through our fights with our friends in the quarter that I will not mention their name. We know them. They have stood by us and supported us. We have a gentleman who is in the room sitting very quietly. His name is Engineer Kofi. He's the one that is helping us to build our permanent secretariat. Beside, as you can see, CDC side brigade. That is Engineer Kofi's handwork. Engineer Kofi, our paths crossed, and we are doing something wonderful that the Nigerian university system will celebrate you one day. Thank you for coming all the way from Lagos to attend this evening. Thank you. My first account in Zenith Bank, I think, was 1998 or thereabouts. And since then, I've had interactions with the bank. When I needed a loan to transform my small university to carry, it was only Zenith Bank that came to my rescue. They were very cordial and loyal. And Doc and his team, thank you for being there for us. For all the possibilities that we make available to the Nigerian financial system. My professional association, the Historical Society of Nigeria, Professor CBN former president of the Historical Society of Nigeria, Professor Quay, and of course the current Secretary General. And we have a military general who is a historian, who is the Vice Chancellor of the Nigerian Army University. A remarkable gentleman because he's also the first historian to be the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, to show you how versatile historians can be. So Prof, very pragmatic man, he says it as it is, and one of the few Vice Chancellors that is an avid golf player. Anytime we go for our programs, he carries his golf kits. Before you know it, he has discovered all the golf courses in the world. So Prof, I salute you and welcome you. The Conference of Another Association of Nigerian Universities. I hope my office will be available on Monday so that I will come and start taking that job seriously. Thank you for all that you do for the Nigerian university system. I can go on and on and on, but I will mention two more consequences before I settle on the Committee of Vice Chancellors. The first is my socio-cultural group, the Ofukidoma. They have provided perspective as far as how elites can help in socio-cultural development. We are all educated elites, and from history, we know the role that educated elites have played in the development of Nigeria. And so it's important that wherever we find ourselves, we must organize around that order to see how we can contribute to the development of our society. So I thank you all for accepting me into your warm abode, and I look forward to helping and supporting you as we make progress. And then my family, three generations of the Ochefus, a very large clan it is. My two sons are here, Rufus and Anebe, Rufus and his wife, they're all here. My wife is literally stuck in London and she's it. But I'm sure they are streaming all manner of things for her to enjoy the event. And then last but not least is some institutional partners that were made over the years. When I read the Data Privacy and Protection Act 2023, I said Nigerian universities are in trouble because at every take you talk were in violation of that act already. I went to the website of the Armed Commission, and only 2 universities were listed as being compliant out of 464 universities. So I had to reach out and say we must save our system. And then who now became my point man in data privacy and protection? Madam Tiko Sada, an old partner in crime, going back 1983-84 in Derby. Sada, I won't tell them what you were doing in Derby 1983-84. That is English for that. And we work together to see how we can ensure that the Nigerian universities take data protection and privacy seriously. I have another old partner in crime, the Vice Chancellor of Kogi State University, Professor Ernest Abdulkadir. Our quote criminal activity started in Lokoja in 1987 or 86. 87. And we have had that partnership since then, unbroken to place. When I left as Vice Chancellor of Orafa University, they said, my brother, please come and help me. This IT something, you know it better than me, come and help me. And we did our own contribution. MS, thank you for the friendship, broken friendship that has gone on and on. And then Professor Haruna first met at the 2014 National Conference. He was talking big grammar, breaking down the big two structures. And I'm like, which type of Bahana man is this? I didn't know that we were going to become more connected. And then when we remember him, it's only Boko Haram VC. We know that he brings a lot of friends, a lot of experience. VC Transportation University, yes. For us who are historians, the Trans-Saharan trade route is very, very important for us. So the project that we have offered to me is very tempting. I will discuss with the Professional Association, and I'm sure Professor Kiari will want to lead us to ride the camel across the Sahara so that we can see what it looks like. So finally, let me salute my elder brother, my father, Mr. Shamsi Hamadi. They set the gold standard as far as the University Association was concerned. We led under their footprints, and that is going on strong till today. We continue to support and encourage us. Prof, thank you for taking time to come and grace the occasion. We love you deeply, and we continue to be guided on the words of wisdom. Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. When I showed up on the 4th of November 2019, they were wondering what type of man is this. I've carried my wahala and I'm going. But the friendship and camaraderie and partnership that we have had together is simply unbelievable. Mr. Yakubu, who welcomed me and handed over to me, and Mr. Woli, who will welcome Professor Haruna. We know that you do a good job. We have the likes of the only Yakubu, CBC, Karen, Aku, Troublesome, Yakubu, And then, of course, my chief troublemaker, my CTM, chief troublemaker of Committee of Vice Chancellors, Severina Alliance, is also there to extend trouble to Andrew Harris. JD, I mean, if you hear that Andrew Harris' blood pressure has gone up, know that there's a chief troublemaker in CPC that is firing on all cylinders. You guys are wonderful, and I thank you and appreciate you for the kind words that you said. My head of the department, nobody will see me next upper week, not next week. I'm not available next week, but upper week, you will see me. Thank you and good evening. I love you all.
Good evening, everybody. And coming to start the existing protocol, my name is Dr. Tenure. I like saying it because I just got it. And also the Assistant Secretary General Program, Projects, and Trainings. I just got it too. So my work here is very simple. Say thank you. Thank you for honoring my invitation. Thank the journal, Professor Yakubu, Chairman, outgoing Chairman, Committee of Vice Chancellors, our partners, our friends, our family, distinguished well-wishers, and family of Professor Ochefu. We are very, very grateful for coming to honor our dear outgoing. Professor Ochefu used to call me his CTM. I heard everything he said, but I will not talk. He also tells me something. Anytime I start designing or we are about to take a picture, he will say, for those of you that are technically challenged, come and stand here. Professor Ochefu, we love you and we wish you all the best. Thank you for taking the Secretariat to the height where it is. And we promise that it can only be up and up from here. Thank you very much. Good evening. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Thank you very much, Dr. Olager, for that.